Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Moongirl for Marvel Comics. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, I got to make her younger, right? I had a comment on Toph. Someone said, "Ooh, she's an older version, huh?" And I was like, well, I guess so. I didn't think of it like that. I just, that's how I draw. That's the whole thing. And so with that mention though, I was like, oh, well, maybe I should try to draw them a little more younger, I guess. I don't know, but it's kind of hard to get it the way everybody wants, So I'm just gonna draw and try to make her a little younger and see if that works out. So that's what we're doing. That's what we are today. But so also let me get into this. So I've been watching the Marvel 616 series and it's awesome. It's so good, and it's kind of bringing all these characters to my eyes that I had no idea about. So it's great. And so I was gonna do Moongirl and Ms. Marvel, but they just announced everything. It's going to be huge. So I like to do stuff that's current, what everybody's watching, or movies that are released and stuff like that. So I'm trying to decide whether I want to do Ms. Marvel or wait till like a movie comes out, because her show, whatever is going to come out, because I know she's going to be in the new Captain America, that she's gonna have her own show, that kind of thing. So, there's a part of me that says, well, just wait, So, Moongirl, definitely, we're going for it. That's why we're jumping on this one. But I'm trying to decide whether I want to do it now or wait. Because the downside is we're gonna be waiting, another year, something like that. But so maybe I won't. I don't know, because it seems like a long time to wait, and I wanna draw them. I wanna have some fun. That's why we're here, right? So that's just me talking about my process and why I'm drawing the characters I'm drawing. But yeah, that 616 series, man, that's awesome. It's like I said, it's opening my eyes to a whole bunch of stuff, and I really appreciate the attention they're giving to characters or creators that you wouldn't have known about. Honestly, you guys can call the people that make YouTube videos influencers and whatnot. Creators are my influencers, and so anybody who makes a comic, that kind of fun stuff, man, those are the guys. They deserve all the credit. Okay. All right. So, yeah, so that's about all I really have to say. I mean, nothing too crazy. Just that this is where it came from. Marvel 616. Alright, so yeah, so I'm trying to make her a little younger, a little, yeah, maybe that's it, a little younger, a little trying to fit in with how she normally looks, right? Or as much as I can. I mean, obviously, this is how I draw, so, it's whatever I want to do. But I like doing it right. You know, I like doing it as much as I can, like it's supposed to be. Okay, let me give her some detail in the face. And so she's got a lot of, here's a good practice, is she's got a lot of, you know, head stuff. So in other words, she's got the glasses, she's got the helmet, you know, or the head protector, whatever you want to call it. And as much as I want to draw that stuff, I need to make sure that I get the facial features right, or in the right place, before I start drawing all that stuff. Because, you know, it's a big part of making someone look right, is making them look right, you know? And I can't just, you know, draw. You can, I take it back. You can, if you want, just draw the features and get it to look right. I can't. I have to sketch out everything for placement, make sure I have it where I need it, where it's needed. So, you know, I could be 100% wrong that you could do it. You could start from this corner right here and build all your way up and get it right. But I can't. That's not how I draw. And this is how I draw. So yeah, so I need to sketch out the placement first before I draw everything else. I think that looks good to me. I think I'm about ready. So yeah, so let's erase some of these sketch lines and welcome everybody to the Sharpie portion. If you're working with pencil, you don't have to erase, you just keep going. You start your drawing, you just build. But me, I want my Sharpie to stand out just so you can see that part better. Because the people that want to see it, I always tell them, just go to the Sharpie portion, you can see it. Because this is for me, this is my placement, so I know where everything's gonna go. But if you're drawing along with me, making your own, then you just keep drawing. You don't have to worry about erasing. As the immortal James Brown says, you just get down with your bad self. All right, that's good. I can see where I'm gonna go. So let's welcome everybody that skipped. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen, and I'm going to draw the features of the face because I can control the line width much better with this pen and build from here out. I've already sketched it, so I just know I'm going to follow my sketch. So I'm going to draw the top of the eyelids like this, just to see if I've got them where I want them. Looks about right to me. So now I'm going to draw the retinas, the color part of the eye. Kind of big like this, a little bigger for a younger person, right? And I'm going to hit the pupil just a little bit like this. I want to draw it in, but this is going to bleed. At this size, the Sharpie is going to start to bleed, so I'm just going to hit it a few times like that to see if I got it right. Looks good to me, and so now I'm going to draw a little bit of the eye on the outside, and then come in like this for the bottom, right? Because I can't draw the bottom part, not with this size. It'll start to bleed, so I'm just going to kind of do like that, just to kind of accent that it's got a bottom part, and color will take care of the rest of it. And this is just kind of accenting that she's got eyelashes, you know, a little bit of a cat eye. Not that she wears makeup or anything, I know she's very young, but it helps me to make a very pretty eye to show that it's got lashes. Basically, that's what I'm going for. So now I'm gonna do her glasses, and I wanna draw them hollow to color them in. I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna try. So now I'm gonna draw a couple of circles, and I'm gonna try to make them perfect, but I don't care if they don't come out perfect. Okay, there's one like that, and I'm gonna try to follow around it like that to try to make it a hollow center. So let's see if I can do it. There we go. something like that. I'm going to try to do the other one too. It's a little close. I wanted a center space, but you know what? I'm going to go for it. I did it. I'm just going to keep going. See, that didn't come out to a perfect circle. That's okay. Both of these should have been a little bit more wider, but I wanted to do it like that so I can color that center. So I'm okay with that. I'm fine with how that is. Like I said, a little close, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and just draw a nose. So I'm going to give her a little like this. And all that, the round part, the bulb, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to let color take care of that. I'm just going to, oh, she needs some eyebrows, huh? Let me do that. A little anger brow. But the glasses kind of cover it up, so there's not much you can see anyway. So that's just kind of me adding a little bit on the inside and just acknowledging that there's something there, right? Okay, so for her mouth, I'm just going to give her a little something like that. I'm going to try to do a little bit of lips. I try not to go too crazy because I don't want it to look like lipstick. But she's got to have lips, right? So why don't we do this? And we just won't connect it, and that way it's not quite like lipstick, but there are lips, right? Okay, so for her chin, I'm going to do that right there. And I'm going to start to thicken stuff up as I go here, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm going to start to get a little wider with my line stroke, is what they call it. With the width of this thickness. That's basically what it is. Plus it helps me cover up any mistakes. Now she's got her little hat on, so I'm gonna draw that first, and then that'll give me an edge here. So it's coming down like this. And see, now I know where the edge of her face is, and I can draw it like that. Same thing here, like that. And let's see, I'm going to draw her neck down like this. I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie for the rest of it, but at least down to the neck, I've got this part. Alright, so I'm going to draw back up for her hat, helmet, what do you call this? Oh, and also, again, thickening it up just a little bit. And it also helps to come up with like a cool, thick, thin line technique. So it's got like this complementary thick and thin line. Okay, and I'm just going to draw across the top. That. And so now for the top of her head, oh, and so this is going across. You can't really see it because of the glasses, the way I drew it. So we're just going to do it across like that, saying, well, the glasses get in the way of the top edge. Okay, so I'm going to draw her hair or her head coming up like this, and her hair's up in a little ponytail. Again, I'm thickening it up just a little bit. Something like that. Let's do this. Now I'm going to switch over, because now this is just a big lock of hair. There we go. Awesome. Let me fix this real fast, because see how thick that is? That's what I'm talking about, how I was trying to match how it looked. I want to thicken this up over here just to try to match it, but not go overboard. So that's again why I like playing around with this Sharpie pen, because I can control the width and fix little things that I need. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. So I've got one arm up, one arm down. I'm gonna start with the Sharpie and now and use the thick edge to draw her shirt. And oh, that's the undershirt, right? So here's her t-shirt. Now I've got her arm raised up on this side, so I've got to give it a little bit of an indentation for the suspenders, and then I'm going to raise it back up for the shirt, like this. Let's see, let's kind of draw this shirt first to get an idea of where she is, and then we can draw everything else. So So I'm going to draw this arm down, the suspenders, sleeve, coming back in. Now, the suspenders, do I do it with this Sharpie or the other one? Let's do it with this Sharpie, just to, like I said, make a complementary thick and thin line. I'm going to stop right about here to follow my sketch, but it might change. We'll see. And I might thicken this up. We'll see. I mean, the thing is, I got options now. You know, that might be too thin. But so what I was talking about is, so the suspenders are kind of putting pressure on her shirt, just because of the way it's you know, it's a suspender. It's tight on there. So I just wanted to do something like that. And the design, the moon, I'm going to do that with color. I'm not worried about that right now. So I'm going to bring her shirt in like this. Come down like that. This one's kind of covered up by that suspender. So we're going to say it goes through here, comes back, and goes in like that. So see, I've got her kind of tilted a little to the side. Kind of a dynamic pose. So yeah, I decided I wanted this just a little bit thicker, but not too much. Awesome. Okay, so again, since her arm's stretched up, I'm gonna do something like this, just to put stress on the shirt. Okay. Awesome. Right there. Connect that real quick. Make it look nice. All right. So this arm I'm going to stick up, and then this one's, well, they're both going to be up. Now that I think about it, it's just this one has that big glove. So this one is regular, I guess. So I'm going to draw the arm. See how it's going up this way? There's the underside to the elbow, into her forearm, and then there's the glove. Or the wrist of the glove, I guess. And because it's a shirt, you know what I like to do? Creases and folds, creases and folds. It kind of shows that there's a material, and it's being stretched out, so to speak. You know, like it's not flesh. All right, so just a glove up. Both her hands are pretty much going to be doing fists like that, so nothing too crazy. Draw a fist like this, and the fingers are pretty much just wrapped around. And I'll add with this Sharpie a little bit extra detail, just kind of bringing them in like this. And we'll see there's a knuckle back there, a little bit of crease in that glove, and there's the hand. Okay. Okay, so same thing with this one, but just a little bit lower. So, back of the arm to the elbow, bicep to the crook of the arm, and then I'm a puller more than I'm a pusher, so that's why I picked the spot and pull. So I'm going to go from the glove to the forearm, same thing. That, and you'll notice how I drew that little bulbous right there. That's your forearm. Instead of drawing a straight line, I kind of exaggerate to give it that look of strength. You know, she's got big, strong arms. All right. Okay. So this one's the one where she's wearing that big old glove. So I'm going to draw like this. And then same thing, I'm going to draw a fist, and then we're going to draw the big glove around it. So, come on here for the thumb. Just like we did over there. Same thing, I'm going to come in like this, and then redraw a little bit of the extra, just to give it, you know, that little detail that I couldn't quite do with this big one. But I can accent with this one. Right. Alright, so let's draw that big old glove. So it's gonna do something like this. Let's see. How about some kind of big old mitt? I didn't want to cut through the knuckles right there because we did such a good job that I don't want to mess it up. All right, there we go. All right, so now we're going to draw her utility belt. Okay, so I'm going to draw like a little box. And with a smaller Sharpie, and this is what I was talking about, I like doing little things like this, a little bit of complementary opposing lines with thick and thin lines. Because when you do stuff like this with these Sharpies, it stands out a little bit more to like an accent, a compliment. You know, that's what I keep saying. It's a complimentary line. Okay, so she's got, like everybody else, she's got packs where she carries her little magic stuff. Okay, not magic, I'm sorry. It's not the word I meant to say. I'm just trying to be silly that, you know, what she's creating magic from nothing. Like she's smart is what I was trying to say. But not like real, like Doctor Strange magic. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna do cable line going through like that. There we go. And what's there? Is there anything on the other side? It's hard to see. Doesn't look like. Well, we'll add something. We'll put something over here, kind of like that. A big box of, not box, but a pouch. So there you go. Again, thick and thin, complementary lines. All right, so now we're just drawing shorts and legs. So I'm going to draw shorts down like this. Same thing over here. And they do have like some lines and stuff like that, but I'm going to not worry about that right now. I'm going to do that with color. I'm just going to draw the edge of her body right there. Okay. So again, legs down to boots is all we're really doing. So thigh down to the back of the leg, like this. Connect that real fast. Like that. It's going to connect to the boot. Let's go ahead and do the other side too, since we're here. Might as well, right? And because it's this bodysuit, this whole blue bodysuit, there's not a lot I can do here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of like a knee line or a kneecap, I guess. That's what I'm really going to do. That's about it. There's not much else I can really do here anyway because it's just a bodysuit. So let's draw some boots. And they've got like a really cool design of a clasp type kind of thing, and it's just boot design. So nothing we really got to worry about function, like why is it there or is it perfect? You know, it's just kind of a cool strapped boot design. Okay, so just coming down to the boot. That, and then I'm gonna add like the big old fat tread she's got. Nothing too crazy. And then a little bit of extra detail, just to kind of, you know, wear out the boot. that. And I want to do more inside there, but let's do that with color. Let's not worry about that with big old Sharpie lines. So now same boot, but kind of the opposite way. So here's the edge coming down. We're going to do something like that again. It's kind of hanging off, a little bit of exaggeration to get artistically creative, a little bit of artistic license by making it look cool. Okay, front of the boot, back of the boot. That again, we're going to do some crazy tread. Not crazy tread, but over exaggerated tread is what I'm talking about. Something like that. Okay. All right. Now, I know I didn't draw the dinosaur, but A, there's not enough time right now, and that gives us an excuse to come back and draw more, you know? Something like that. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Marvel Comics Moongirl. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.